Evening Chopsters. How is everyone? We're back. It's Wednesday in case you didn't know. So wicked remix contest yesterday. Absolutely loved that. Like really, really high standards. Amaze balls, as you could say. How's everyone doing? Pantagnotti watching the who's watching the Tour de France time trials? I haven't seen it yet today. I'm going to watch it at 10. So I wonder what happened. Was it rainy? Danavico, you're back. Cool, man. Greetings to Scotland. Amazing track yesterday. So well done to yesterday's winners. Renoir, who won the Nightlife Audio £50 voucher. And Danavico as well, who won the Serato sampler. Did you get a Serato Studio as well? And also Baker, Bad Boy Beats. Got the Serato thing. What else is going on? It's Wednesday. Really happy about how these remixes are coming out. You guys are legends, absolute legends. So yeah, we're going to have a bit of a problem because next week, I think the semi-finals for the football are on Tuesday and Wednesday, right? So I'm not going to stream if the semi-finals on, but I guess it depends which day we're going to be on as England. Depends which country you're supporting, really, I guess. But I'm definitely much an England supporter. Can't guarantee England will win. Yeah, man. Yeah, we will. So loved all these yesterday. And I win a Renoir, in case you heard it at the beginning of the stream. Top stuff. Finley Munro, who likes their beans without cheese?
Come on, Dad, let's grab a Coke out of the
I like beans on toast with egg, and I wouldn't have cheese with that. I used to kind of mix it in when I was a kid, but I wouldn't do that anymore. Easy Cats. It's a warm Wednesday, says Cats. But the cat's warm. How the pigeons? Yeah, there's water at the start of the Renoir thing. I love it when the can opens and it like feeds into the rhythm. Bean toast cheese mixture, gross. Yeah, I guess it depends. If you do cheese on toast, let it cool down a little bit, and then some beans with it, I'm all for that. DJ Exodus, sincere, still favourite tune of mine. Thank you very much. I'm glad I made it. I made that tune in my bedroom, in my parents' house.
You mind if I smoke in your room?
Oh, I know, Dad. Go ahead.
With hardly anything. It's just on a Akai sampler, I think. And that was pretty much. And then I took it into the studio that I was working at. Just one night, probably from like 10 p.m. and mixed that down, and then did the dub as well, and finished at about 8 a.m. in the morning, 10 or something like that. Back in those days, I used to basically live in the studio. There was a studio in Kingston Road, just down the road from here. And I was kind of like one of the in-house engineers. And I just said yes to every single session. So I'll be doing a session all day, and then someone else will turn up at night, and I'll just do that as well. I think my record was 48 hours that I was just constantly in the studio. And I was kind of tripping after that. It was difficult. Yeah, I'm in London. I'm in Shoreditch. I'm at Strongroom Studios at the moment. Apparently the football was kicking off outside in the bar. We watched it upstairs now a little bit. And I tell you, the funny thing was that we were watching it on iPlayer, I think. And the guys outside at the bar, there's a massive bar at Strongroom, like a big open thing. And they were obviously watching it on terrestrial. And so basically there was like a minute delay before we got it. So we were hearing these like, "Way!" outside, and we're like, what's that? And so basically, when we kind of worked out what was going on, there was a bit of a precursor to some of the goals. DJ Exodus, love your streams. There's also an air of calmness about it. Oh, that's nice, thank you. Yeah. Football delay. So when are we playing? Are we playing on Tuesday or Wednesday? Or do we have to do something this weekend as well? Hatton Yotti, love London, spent a year there, living in St John's Wood. Nice place near Regent's Park, right? Danavicos. Majestic. Expansive. Deep. So today, I'm going to do a track breakdown, in case you didn't know, and I've kind of found Soak It Up, and I'm going to do a little breakdown of that. I kind of found the files, and I'm just going to run through that. And a couple of interesting things that I'd forgotten about that happened at the beginning of that tune that might be interesting to have a look at. Okay, guys. Thanks for the remixes. Amaze. Right, let's get this up. Let's get on it. So, here we have Soak It Up. I'll just give you a little spin to remind you. Hasn't got birds in. Oh yeah, I put the parts out, right?
Pillow talk way too risky. I can't trust these moments. You might use them against me. Make me more like the old me. Phony dick might make you distant slowly. I might lose my focus. Keep coming back like Jehovah's Witness, baptized in your ocean. Argue first, that don't work. Love is war, in reverse. Pain is pleasure, unrehearsed. I was hopeful at my worst. Thirsty, Santery for cursive. Way more honest in person. You find you in my verses.
It's Koji Radical, by the way.
Dig deep till we both in hearses.
Kat, ask away, man.
Soak it up, oh soak it up. Burn me like your cigarettes. Ooh, yeah. Now I'm just your new regret.
Didn't fear words, they hurt me with them. Didn't really think you intend to offend, but I said I never let one hurt me again. Swerve the offense, serve the pretense. Can't play ball like Fergie and them. Homegrown truths can't focus on them, cause I'm lonely.
Easy, Jamie.
Phoning again, zoning again, zoning again. Drunk text, drunk kiss, drunk sex. Love sick, love lust, love less. Late night,
Jamie, you got VIPs.
Don't know peace, but I know patience. Lie to me slowly, mind you control me. I've seen the real you, act like you know me. Grind on me closely, don't get too cozy. If you've seen the real me, then why don't you show me?
Soak it up, oh soak it up. This is now what we become. Pressure made us fall in love. It hurts, but that's just what it was. Soak it up, oh soak it up. This is now what we become.
Neurotic. How's it going, guys?
It hurts, but that's just what it was.
They made an excellent remix a couple of weeks ago.
I might let you in.
I think I had this mixed, but I'm not sure. But as with most of these, it's ended up being quite simple. Because I'm simple. There you go, Housemaster, like that. Regulars. So that was the original. So I've got a bit of a story to tell with this, right? So I was kind of looking back through the mixes that I did for this, and so I've got like a folder, obviously, and the first day, this is the day one bounce. I'll just give you a little listen to this.
Red. Throw iPhones on my head, then I hold your wrist and you kick your legs. Girl, do I look like your ex? You cool off smoking and say deep shit that I just don't feel like Vulcans. Don't make me your opponent. You only ever mad at a moment like this been hopeless. Girls that know I'm yours just way too open.
So tell me what's going on.
Guys that know your mind come around like vultures. Tear through seams. You look through jeans cause I give dick out like Oprah's show. Always seems like you're done with me, but I come back around like I told you so. Told you so.
Soak it up, oh soak it up. Burn me like your cigarettes. Yeah, yeah. We're falling from the highest tree, and now I'm just your new regret. Ooh. Soak it up, oh soak it up. This is now what we've become.
So this is the day one bounce.
Pressure made us fall in love. It hurts, but that's just what it was.
So guys, tell me what you can hear that's going on.
I might let you in. Forgive my future.
It's more than the second chord.
This
The music's completely different key.
Flow. This that you put your phone on silent mode.
Plus the verses to someone else.
When I disappear and fly away like dynamo, we always fight, we never grow. We always fight, we never grow. But I love that shit.
This is how it started out.
Cross lines that we both won't quit. I just guess that we lost in this. Both won't quit. But I like that shit. Fight till we pipe and shit. Cross lines that we both won't quit. Both won't quit.
Soak it up, oh soak it up.
So the chords start on a E, is the tonic at the bottom, the root note.
We're falling from the highest tree.
And if you listen to this chorus,
Now I'm just your new regret.
to me it didn't kind of fit
Soak it up, oh soak
harmonically.
it up. This is now what we've become.
So basically the guy on the chorus,
It hurts, but that's just
I don't think he wants to be identified actually. So yeah, the guy on the chorus was in for that session and he did the verses. So the verses are completely different. And as the tune progressed, he decided that he didn't want to be kind of spitting on the song. And that's when Koji came in. Okay, so that was day one, right? So now listen, this is day two. I think I took it home. So basically, it's gone up 5 semitones, I think. Because the chorus vocal wasn't sitting right with the music.
Throw iPhones on my head, then I hold your wrist and you kick your legs. Girl, do I look like your ex?
So I had a bit of a wrestle.
And say deep shit that I just don't feel like Vulcans. Don't make me your opponent.
Still got the original verses
like
on.
It's been hopeless. Girls that know I'm yours, just way too open. And guys that know your mind come around like vultures. Tear through seams. You look through jeans cause I give dick
So basically,
out like Oprah's show.
I've changed the
Always
music.
seems like you're done with me, but I come back around like I told you so. Told you so.
And I'll show you what happened. So after the first day, the root of this is like an E, and the session that we did, he kind of sang the hook as it is actually on the original record, and so they didn't sit properly together. So I tried a few different things.
Soak it up. Soak it up, oh soak it up.
So this is where I've taken the vocal down 5 semitones
We're falling from the highest tree.
to fit with the music.
Now I'm just your new regret. Ooh.
So basically for me there was like a disparity of 5 semitones.
This is now what we become.
So here I've tried to pull the vocal down to the music.
Fall in love. It hurts, but that's just what it was.
So this is the the vocal pitch down 5, just to test it and see if it kind of works. So then I've tested it up 7, which is like up an octave, just to test it.
Soak it up, oh soak it up. Burn me like your cigarettes. Yeah.
So for me, this was working
We're
together.
falling from the highest tree, and now I'm just your new regret. Ooh. Soak it up, oh soak it up. This is now what we become.
What's my go-to synth? Don't know, you guys say. We have used a lot of the bits over here in other streams. The Prophet 6, the OB6. Okay, so I've basically worked out that this is where the music and the vocal should sit. So if I go back to day 1 bounce, you can hear it.
Kick your legs.
If you listen to
Told you
how the
so.
vocal sits on the chorus.
Soak it up, oh soak it up. Burn me like your cigarettes. Yeah, yeah. We're falling from the highest tree.
So basically what I ended up doing is taking all of the music down 5 semitones and left the chorus vocal exactly where it was, the music went up 5 semitones. And if you
Still see red. Throw out
try
phones
to
on my
move the
head, then
tune
I'll hold your
around
wrist and you kick your legs.
5 semitones,
Yo, do I look like
it's
your ex?
cool
You
when you do it
cool
on like a
smoking.
sound
Say deep
shifter.
shit that I just don't feel like Vulcans.
But
Don't
when it
make
comes
me
to
your
actually doing
opponent,
every single
You're
part,
the
it's a
man
bit
at
of a
the
pain
moment,
in
like this
the
been
arse.
hopeless. Girls that know I'm yours just way too open, and guys that know your mind come around like vultures. Tear through seams. You look through jeans.
So I
'cause
tried it
give
all
dick
these
out
different
like
ways.
Soak it up, oh soak
Anyway, you get the
It's now what
idea.
we
So
become.
I'd forgotten that I'd done that. And it was kind of one of those sort of eureka moments. I think I did the session in the studio and took it to my setup at home and just started messing around with it there. So that's how the tonality of this arrived. So let's have a look. So this is like the final version. And let's just see if there's there's loads of stuff in here. So basically, there was the original guy's verses, which are sick, but he didn't want to be spitting on a record. He just wanted to be singing, which is cool. So Koji stepped in and did his verses. But let's just kind of work through and see what's going on. I'll just start. Let's start with the drums. Let's have a look at the groove. We have a kick with absolutely nothing on it. So on the drum bus here, we've got, let's have a look. We've got an SSL, solid bus comp, just tickling, quite a long attack, 10, and then the shortest release possible. It's kind of my favourite way to use it. This is obviously the bus comp from the G series desks that I used to use in real life the whole time. I've actually got a hardware version of that down here as well, which I use. But anyway, so we've got that. And it seems like maybe there was some filtering of the drums going on at some stage, just like a little roll off or something. We've got that, and then there's a tiny drum plate. You can hear it. So that's just the drum bus, very simple. Have a little look at this kick part. So I've got all my velocities going as usual. Oh look, I haven't actually tamed these properly. Like normally the first one should be the loudest, but I think I've just kind of gone with it. It's cool when you're working with other people as well, because you just you hurry through, and I think you don't necessarily get caught up on stuff. So then we've got a snare. with quite a big EQ going on. Let's listen to it without. So rolling the bottom off and then pulling this like 2.6K out and then boosting it a lot at the top. We have some hats. Absolutely nothing on those. Maybe there's a filter. Nope. So just those three things together, pretty much the groove. Do I leave the drums in mono? No, they're stereo samples, some of them. And obviously there's a reverb on the drum bus. So without the reverb. But I'm looking at my stereo and it's pretty narrow. So let's just move on a bit to these drums. I had a tambourine. Just a little skippy tam, velocity business going on. And that's pretty much the drums. Yeah, Exeter says the reverb makes a difference. Yeah, it does. You wouldn't know it's there unless you take it off. So that's it. The drums, kick snare, hat, and a little tambourine. Cat says no crash on this. I wonder if I took the bottom off this reverb. No. Quite often with the drum reverb, you kind of want to pull the bottom end off because if you're just sticking it over the whole lot, the kick can get a bit kind of muddy and you don't really want that. Okay, cool. Okay, so these are the chords. And I've used this slide EXS, which is basically the stock EXS. It's just a sine wave with a kind of a slight bend. Just try and work out what these chords are. Let's see. Is our piano cam going to work? Yeah. Yeah, so they're the piano chords, and it's just going through this sine.
Both in hearses.
Let's look at them.
Both in hearses.
And on this we have an EQ knocking very, very steep EQ. Don't know if it was necessary, but so it's just a sine wave with a bend on, and then we've got a little spreader too. So very simple. So with the drums, it's this. Oh, camera change, sorry. You have to remind me. Yeah, it's good organising. Jamie's on about organising plugins. I have mine kind of set up like this, so just amps, compressors, delays. Otherwise I just get lost looking at all this. And yeah, it's kind of important to keep them up to date. Otherwise you just kind of forget them, right? Okay, let's look at this. What's this? 808. So I had the same problem that I always have with my 808, and the 808 Warfare doesn't load up from old tunes. So I made a sampler instrument from it. So this will be a little bit off, but it's pretty much what was going on. Got quite a lot of plugs on this. So there's a radiator for a bit of distortion, an OTT, doing quite a lot. OTT's wicked on basses. And then we've got a decapitator as well. Fairly subtle. Tremolo on the bass. And then we have a compressor, which is going to be a sidechain from the kick, I'd imagine. Bus 1. Let's just check that. Yeah, this... oh no. Yeah, sending to bus 1, this kick. And that's just tickling this sidechain compressor on the bass. So we have these parts so far. So then we have these revers. Just simple reverses, vocal reverses. Jamie's saying it's the C1 my go-to sidechain comp. Yeah, it is. Just because it's what I've always used. The Logic one's good as well, actually. Exodus saying it's a warm sound. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really done anything to it. I guess it's just sound choice. It's like the 808 with this slide EXS. It's quite a warm combo. Okay, then we got some pianos. So it sounds like I've boosted the top of this. Yeah, look at that. Exodus, yeah, I use Rhodes loads. Go back through the streams, you'll see loads of Rhodes. So the bass, Cats, is, there's a contact plugin called 808 Warfare, and that's the one I used to use a lot, and every time I updated my machine it wouldn't load, so I just made a sampler instrument of an 808 Warfare with an octave above and some distortion on it as well, and that's kind of my go-to now. But this is so these piano notes, so I've purposely boosted the top to give it this kind of texture. It's got a moderate bit of C2 compressor on it as well. So we have another piano. Right, this is just hiss. So it's boosted at the top, and there's a sample delay on this, just to give you kind of a wideness to it. So those pianos together, I like this. So purposefully toppy and hissy. Remar brought the fizzle out. Yeah, we love the fizzle. Yeah, Housemaster, you got the VIP. So we've done the bass as well. And these are revers. That's the groove. Let's just check these. There's some strings. Very subtle violas. Following the chords exactly. And then, what's this? We're in the sphere, the omnisphere. Jazz Stacks, mixed doodah. Mixed doodah. So those two together. Got violas and this kind of fake vocals, really. Yeah, so it's a kind of choir thing, Housemaster, yeah, man. Jamie, is Omnisphere worth it? Yeah, Omnisphere is... It's like the TARDIS of synths. There's just so much in it, and you can just go through presets. The way of looking through it is great. If you find a sound you like, you can hit this match button on there, and it finds other sounds that are similar to that. And then you can go quite deep into it as well, like all the arpeggiators at the end. It's great. And I'm always finding new sounds in there. It's unbelievables. So we've got that. I see there's an extra piano that comes second half of the chorus. Right, so these are the chords as played on my piano over here. Not even any EQ on that. The compressor's not even hitting, I don't think. No. The piano's at the top. So you can hear a lot of this hiss from the piano. Yeah, Jamie, your wallet will cry. I think it's not cheap on the Sphere, but it's amazing. Is it 500 quid? Yeah, 200 gigs. That sounds about right. Okay, so there we have the groove. think I was at a very a stage where I just got this Q2 and I was using very sharp low cuts, 96 dB. I wouldn't do that now because you can get some kind of ringing with that, I find. But that's the way it is.
Now I'm just your new regret. Soak it up, oh soak it up. Burn it like your cigarettes.
So this
I might let you in.
is an EXS instrument. So I've sampled it off.
Yeah. I might forgive my future. I might, please don't clip my hair.
So these are kind of ad-libs, I think.
Forgive my future, yeah. Please don't clip my wings. See you what love, yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So I've done my sampley thing and sampled them off.
Both in hearses.
Let's have a look at the beginning, because sometimes you see what's gone on.
Soak it up, oh soak it up. This is not what we've become. Pressure made us fall in love.
Ryan saying, Matt, would you mix the track in the same project or would you move to a new one once all the creation parts have been completed? I very rarely do that. I can't be asked, so I just stick in the project. But you'll see if I unhide, there will be a lot of stuff that's gone on behind the scenes here. Not a great deal. I think this is a piano solo bit at the end. And there would have been some different takes here. And I don't actually know where where I've kind of sampled this EXS thing from, but it'll be...
Both in hearses.
So let's have a look. So we've got Koji on the verse.
Pillow talk way too risky. I can't trust these moments. You might use them against me. Make me more like the old me. Phony dick might make you distant slowly. I might lose my focus.
So rolled off.
Keep coming back like Jehovah's Witness. Baptized in your ocean. Argue first. That don't work. Love is war. In reverse.
Just so like a touch
Pain
of
is
EQ.
pleasure. Unrehearsed. I was hopeful at my worst. Thirsty. Sansa for cursive. Way more honest in person.
C2.
You find you in my verses and I
I
find
love
me
the
in your
C2
mercy.
on the
Dig
vocal
deep
setting.
Pillow talk
It's
way
kind of like
too
my
risky.
go-to quick
I
vocal
can't trust
comp.
these moments. You might use them against me. Make me more like the old me. Phony
And then we
dick
got,
might make you distant slowly. I might lose my focus. Keep coming back
Small
like
reverb.
Jehovah's Witness. Baptized in your ocean. Argue first. That don't work. Love is war. In reverse. Pain is pleasure. Unrehearsed. I was hopeful
Just
at
subtle
my
reverb.
worst. Thirsty. Sansa for cursive. Way more honest in person. You find you in my verses and I find me in your mercy. Dig. Pillow talk way too risky. Pillow talk way too risky. I can't trust these moments. You might use them against me. Make me more like the old me. Phony dick might
I've got
make
different bass here. This is like electric bass from Trillion, which is another Spectrasonics thing. I used to use this a lot. Nothing on it.
Pillow talk way too risky. I can't trust
So
these
just like a
moments.
slightly
You
more
might use them
subtle
against me. Make me more
bass
like
for the
old me.
verses.
Phony dick might make you distant slowly. I might lose my focus. Keep coming back like Jehovah's Witness. Baptized in your ocean. Argue first. That don't work. Love is war. In reverse. Pain is pleasure. Unrehearsed. I was
Oh, Housemaster,
hopeful
you
at
went
my
to Scott
worst.
Shop.
Thirsty. Sansa for cursive.
Excellent.
Way more honest in person. You find
What
you
did
in
you
my
get?
verses and I find me in your mercy. Dig deep to
He's got another couple of packs coming. He sent me actually.
You might use them against me.
I think they're still
Make
under
me more
wraps,
like
but
the old me. Phony
I had a
dick
quick look
might make
through
you
and they
distant
sound
slowly.
wicked.
I might lose my focus. Keep coming back like Jehovah's Witness. Baptized
Jamie
in your
asking,
ocean. Argue first. That don't work. Love is
What did I do to the vocal before? So I imagine this was using my Flea mic and probably going through my Neve 1073 mic pre. And then probably no compressor. I normally have a Waves L1 on vocals when I put them down, just because it's really processor light and you don't get any latency. And then obviously just whatever's on the vocal after that. But yeah, I really like my mic. It's great on most people. And yeah, it'll either be the 1073 or I've got a 500 series rack down here with a load of bits in. So I've got API mic pre's that I pretty much always use on my piano now. I've got a double wide compressor that I sometimes use. And I've got this Buzz Audio mic pre, which is a little bit quicker and brighter than the Neve 1073s. They're kind of quite warm, and the Flea's quite warm as well. So quite often I find the Buzz Audio, it's good because it's kind of clean and fast and slightly brighter, and it goes well with the Flea.
Pillow talk way too risky. I can't trust these moments. You might use them against me. Make me more like the old me. Phony dick might make you distant slowly. I might lose my focus. Keep coming back like Jehovah's.
Danavico, you can't wait for another chop shop.
Argue first, that don't work.
It's coming. We've done 4 now. That's good, isn't it?
Pain is pleasure, unrehearsed. I was hopeful at my worst.
Got to think of a plan. I've got a couple of plans. I've got a list of stuff.
You find you in my verses, and I find me in your mercy.
That I'm thinking of doing.
Pillow talk way too risky. I can't trust these moments. You might use them against me. Make me more like the old me. Phony dick might make you distant slowly. I might lose my focus. Keep coming back like
okay, so that's the verse.
Baptized in your ocean. Argue first, that don't work. Love is war in reverse. Pain is pleasure, unrehearsed. I was hopeful at my worst. Thirsty, Santorini for cursive. Way more.
Yeah, I'm lucky to have some nice amps.
I find you in my verses, and I find me in your mercy. Dig deep till we both in hearses.
Makes a lot of difference, this toppy piano. That's it without it. Pedestrian, I've called it.
Soak it up, oh soak it up. Burn it like your cigarettes. Yeah. Now I'm just your new regret.
Verse 2.
Didn't feel words, they hurt me with them. Didn't really think you intend to offend, but I said I never let one.
So the only difference here, I've kept the 808 going rather than the trillion bass.
Homegrown truths can't focus on them because I'm lonely again.
Got piano stab.
Zoning again. Drunk text, drunk kiss, drunk sex. Love sick, love lust, love less. Late night, late cool, late text. Don't know peace, but I know patience. Lie to me slowly, mind you control me. I've seen the real you, act like you know me. Grind on me closely, don't get too cozy if you've seen the real me.
So yeah,
yes.
these are just the chords, aren't they? Just little dabs.
Drunk text, drunk kiss, drunk sex. Love sick, love lust, love less. Late night, late cool, late text. Don't know peace, but I know patience.
Actually, with no top note.
I've seen the real you act.
Yeah.
Drunk text, drunk kiss, drunk sex. Love sick, love lust, love less. Late night, late cool, late text. Don't know peace, but I know patience. Lie to me slowly, mind you control me. I've seen the real you
short,
act like you
short
know me.
chords.
Grind on me closely, don't get too cozy if you've seen the real.
What label am I signed to? This came out on my label, which is 892. A lot of my recent stuff's on 892, but I've been signed to a few Talking Loud back in the day. More recently, Decca for the Magic Art album. Forgot to do the camera, haven't I? There we go.
Text, drunk kiss, drunk sex. Love sick, love lust, love less. Late night, late cool, late text. Don't know peace, but I know patience. Lie to me slowly, mind you control me. I've seen the real you, act like you know me. Grind on me closely, don't get too cozy. If you've seen the real me, then why don't you show me?
Soak it up, oh soak it up. This is now what we become.
I think we just missed some BVs here. Yeah, we just got these. They're running to just a delay, an echo boy. And I've been quite lazy and just put a limiter on them, I think. each side as well. It's a bit naughty, but there we go.
I might let you in. Forgive my future sins, yeah.
Kat said, what happened to Prolific? Prolific turned into 892. Basically, 892 is Prolific. So all the tunes from Prolific are kind of part of 892 now. I just renamed the label.
Didn't fear words, they hurt me with them. Didn't really think
Exodus, you want to send me some tracks? Jump in the Discord.
Swerve the offense, serve the pretense. Can't play ball like Fergie and them. Homegrown truths can't focus on them, cause I'm lonely again.
Join the Discord.
Zoning again. Drunk text, drunk kiss,
and there's some bits in there. It's kind of self-promo and stuff. You can drop bits in there. I'm always lurking.
But I know patience. Lie to me slowly. Mind you control me. I've seen the real you. Act like you know me. Grind on me closely. Don't get too cozy. If you've seen the real me, then why don't you show me?
So in this section, I've bounced the intro, I think. Yeah, so I've taken obviously the piano chords, the reverse, and then affected them a bit. So there's a C2, and we have like a filtery thing. Yeah, so that's how it would have been. So knocking the tops and bottoms off. And then a Sound Toys Phase Mistress. This is the one that I've saved a preset that I did a track with Bruno called Still. So this is just a bounce, basically. Oh, it's a Discord link not working. And then added to this, we have these violas and this kind of like jazz choir thing. And this is another bounce with the same effects on, but just with the top piano on it. So same effect, just with the top piano on. So here, this filter freaks on the lead vocal here as well, and the same phase mistress too. I think got a little ad lib here that runs in. Just with a delay on. This bus 5 is going to be a reverb of some sort, H reverb. That's set up on my template. It used to be anyway, I think, on bus 5. Yeah, it's kind of radio sound. So just a bandpass in the middle, right?
Forgive my future since, yeah.
I've done a flex pitch on this.
I might let you in.
I don't know how it was before.
I might let you in.
Hardly different.
I might let you in.
Yeah, I normally use Melodone or something now.
Forgive my future sins, yeah. I might let you in. Forgive my future sins.
So just some little ad-libs there.
I might let you in. Forgive my future sins, yeah. I might let you in.
Ah, so we got Koji doubling.
Forgive my future sins, yeah.
I might let you in.
So just a standard EQ.
Forgive my future sins. Yeah.
C2 seems to be the compressor of the day at this time.
I might let you
And we've got a micro shift to kind of widen it.
I might let you in.
I think Nathan mixed this, you know, so this is, he will have done other stuff, but it's not far off.
Sins, yeah. I might let you in.
Some little bass fills going on. And there's a slight portamento on it as well, so it kind of pulls them up. Cat's loving this one. That's basically the acid test, isn't it, Cats? If the cats like it, we're in, man. We're on to a winner. It's not really an air horn sort of tune, this, is it? Okay, so we have some piano business. Stabs are still there, same. And we've got some piano scats. And this looks like, yeah, this is from a massive comp. So I've just played through and chopped out the bits that I like. That wasn't in, yeah. Let's see what some of these are. So I'm just trying different octaves, just vibing. So you get the idea. I've basically just had a loop going around and vibed it, and then chopped it after. And it's interesting. I've done it the old school way before. There were takes on Logic. You used to have to kind of go through and chop everything, and I've still done it that way. But I'd use takes now and do a swipe comp. Anyway, so I will have bounced that to this. And it looks like I've gone in and done some timing on them as well. Jamie's asking, how do I deal with proximity effect or boominess for consistency? I mean, vocals, i.e. one vocal with falsetto and chest part, separate tracks, better mic. I say just EQ really. If there's proximity effect and something's too boomy, I just like roll it off the bottom. Roll its bottom. So I've done some timing here. I wonder what it's like without timing on this piano. Tiny bit there. With timing. Oh, Jamie, you on Fruities? Yeah, in Logic, it used to be, didn't have the swipe comps, like I said. So you'd just have the different tracks kind of stacked up on top of each other. And I used to basically just go through and cut with the scissors, like in the same place, like I've done on that piano comp that you can see there. Actually, it does look, it is a take, it is a comp. I don't know how I did that. I think early days. I don't know how old this is. I think it's 2018, right, or something? Yeah, Jamie, I don't think you're missing a trick. Just EQ and stuff. Renoir, you went over and redeemed your voucher, yeah?
Way too risky.
What was good?
I can't trust these moments. You might use them against me. Make me more like the old me. Phony dick might make you distant slowly. I might lose my focus. Keep coming back like Jehovah's Witness. Baptized in your ocean. Argue first, that don't work. Love is war, in reverse. Pain is pleasure, unrehearsed. I was hopeful at my worst. Thirsty, Santorini for cursive. Way more honest in person. You find you in my verses and I find me in your mercy. Dig deep till we both in hearses.
Oh, Dizzy's called. I think he's in the area, and I'm like, you need to come and do a remix comp, or get him to spit something live on the stream. 2018, right? So Renoir, you went for the Garage Mate and Future Garage and Shifted Beats packs. Wicked.
Words, they hurt me with them. Didn't really think you intend to offend, but I said I never let one hurt me.
Scott's
again.
alleged.
Swerve the offense, serve the pretense. Can't play ball like Fergie.
It's a special skill doing sample packs.
Zoning again. Drunk text, drunk kiss, drunk sex. Love sick, love lust.
I've seen a picture from his studio as well. He's got like shitloads of guitar pedals, right?
To me slowly, mind you control me. I've seen the real you, act like you know me. Grind on me closely, don't get too cozy. If you've seen the real me, then why don't you show me?
So ask me any questions about this, but really, I always end up saying this. It's fairly simple. One day I'll show you a tune that isn't. In fact, I remember Shelter that I did with Bruno Major around a similar time as this. We had a pitch thing with that as well, where right at the end of the session, I put Sound Shifter on. So we're right at the end of the session, right? Yeah, it sounds wicked. And then we did this. I think down 3. And I was like, mate, that's it, but in Shelter. And so if you listen to Shelter, Bruno's vocal is lower. I think it's 3 semitones.
Pillow talk way too risky.
That's what this would be like.
You might use them against me. Make me more like the old me. Phony.
So in that particular instance in Shelter, I really liked it. I had to kind of convince him a little bit to take his vocal down 3 semitones, but then you get this situation where you've made a tune and you've put Sound Shifter on the master, which is all good, and it, you know, you like the way it sounds, but then really you have to go back through every single instrument, and if it's a sample, tune it down, make sure that the speed's staying the same, and literally go through everything. And I remember my computer at the time like couldn't really take it, so that got really, really messy. Maybe I'll show you that one day. So it can be a dangerous thing doing the pitch shift at the end, but keys and the way vocals and stuff sit together makes so much difference. If I go back to the day one bounce of this again, it started down there. I must have replayed these pianos. It's a 5 semitones down. So it's really worth playing with keys and stuff.
Throw our phones on my head, then I hold your wrist and you kick your legs. Girl, do I look like you're done with me?
We're falling from the highest tree.
I'm so glad I did that, because the vocal didn't, it was cool, but it doesn't kind of sit properly.
Soak it up, oh soak it up. This is now what we've become. Pressure made us fall in love. It hurts, but that's just what
I would get dizzy around now. I'm going to get him in another day. We're good mates. So yeah, it changed a lot to this. And actually bringing the music up kind of gave it a brighter feel. And I think different keys have different colours and different feelings to them. So it definitely lifted it. It was a good thing. Oh yeah, let me put a link to Scott's nightlife audio thingy.
Didn't fear words, they hurt me with them. Didn't really think you intend to offend, but I said I never let one hurt me again.
Yeah, there's a link. Go and check it out. It's a load of wicked samples.
Homegrown truths, can't focus on them, cause I'm lonely again. Phoning again, zoning again, zoning again. Drunk text, drunk kiss, drunk sex. Love sick, love lust, love less. Late night, late call, late text. Don't know peace, but I know patience.
Yeah, so any questions about that, just ask me, man. But I think I covered it all, right?
You've seen the real me, then why don't you show me?
I'm pretty sure Nathan Body mixed this, so he took it to another level. Wasn't far off though, but on the master bus I've just got an L2. So I think it's kind of like I intended it. I knew it was going to be mixed. If you want to send tracks over, stick them in the Discord, and I'll be lurking in there. I'll have a listen. So not much on this L2. Housemaster's asking, do I send the stems or the session? I send parts. So in my mind, the difference between stems are like the ones I would have put out for this remix. So like all the drums together, probably all the pianos together, a bit like I do in our Audius remix things. So they're kind of groups of sounds. But when I ran these off, it will have been parts, so every individual sound. So I've gone through and separated everything as much as possible. And then I'll probably have done dry parts. So I will have done... There's nothing on that one. So for example, with the lead vocal...
Pillow talk way too risky.
I'll have bounced it like this with these bits on.
You might use them
I've obviously taken the limiter off the master bus, and then I'll have done a dry one like this, so it's literally so he can kind of do his thing and choose between which one he wants to use. The only problem you get with parts is it gets a bit tricky when you've got a sidechain involved, right? Because this bass if you send this by itself, oh, it's the 808, isn't it? That's not actually how it's sounding in the track because it's being hit by this kick. So when I'm doing the parts, I'll have to basically take this kick out of the mix bus. I've just done it to the wrong one, haven't I? Is this not going through to the thingy pop? Anyway, basically, it can get a bit fiddly when you've got a lot of sidechain going on because you need to make sure the source, the trigger for the sidechain is active, but you can't actually hear it. So you pull it out the mix bus and you have to kind of remember. So it can get a bit fiddly like that.
Both houses.
Might let you in.
Mess this up now.
Give my future.
Both in hearses.
So it's ducked, yeah. Quack, quack.
I might let you in.
Jamie's asking, when I'm mixing my own stuff, how long do I usually spend before I say, no, it's done now? Oh, man, it depends. Some people kind of say that, you know, mix is done when you just can't be asked to do anything more to it. I'm getting a CPU spike now. It's because I'm on this channel. Yeah, so I think I'll just continue tinkering with it. I'll bounce it. Every time I'm doing a track, at the end of each day, this is one of my big things, I always bounce whatever I've done, even if it's just like some piano chords. If I'm in the middle of something, I might just do it on my phone as a voice memo. I just make sure that every day I record what I've done that day. And then so I'll take it home, play it on my phone, play it on speakers at home, kind of have it on in the house when you're walking around so you can hardly hear it and just things come to you. And I've got a little setup at home as well, so I can just plug my laptop in and make small changes. But I don't, if I'm mixing something myself, I don't bounce all the parts and approach it like a mix. I normally just do it straight from the session.
Both in hearses.
Thanks, Ryan. Yeah. You need to link, do the old linkage, the Discord business.
Give my future sins, yeah. Soak it up, oh soak it up. Burn it like your cigarettes. Yeah. Now I'm just your new regret.
House Master, what do you mean? How about highly edited parts
Didn't
like
really
this
think
radio
to offend,
bandwidth?
but I said I never let one hurt me again. Swerve the offense, serve the pretense.
How do you mean? Are you
Can't
talking
play
about
ball
this
like them. Homegrown truths can't-
this thing? Don't know if I understand what you mean.
Soak it up, oh soak it up. This is now what we become. Pressure made us fall in love. It hurts, but that's just what it was. Soak it up, oh soak it up.
So that's it. Soak it up.
This is now what we
I did a dub as well, a remix, which I can show you as well. Do you want to see that? Pantagnotti, do you have anything on the submix stereo out? Just effects on tracks? No, literally on this, the way you're hearing it at the moment, there's just an L2. It's just an L2. Okay, let's get the remix up. I prepared this as well. Let's go. The birds are back. I'm missing an ozone image. Plug in. Okay. Okay, yeah. there's an I/O, and I think this was going to my bell delay. You can notice that there's no delay on that. Let's listen anyway. Jamie, yeah, the passive listening thing's a really good one. Just like leave your phone playing when you're walking around the house, or like you're in the bathroom or kitchen. It's quite often good if you've got some other noise on at the same time, so you're not completely like honed in on that sound. So you might have the TV on as well, or something like that, or even listen to it going down the street just off your phone, and things kind of pop out. I think if you're like totally focused on something, you can actually miss quite a few things. I think this one did come out, didn't it? So we're missing a delay, definitely. I've got a Bell BD80 old school delay down here, and that looks like that was set up on a bus, like running analog in and out of the card. DJ Risky, thank you for the follow. I missed loads of shit yesterday. Like we had a raid, and so thanks Clubhouse Global for the raid yesterday. Just a groove at the end. So Jamie, you were asking me about speakers. I've got this kind of like holiday type speaker that I use. I think it's made by Nude Audio, and I basically I just plug it into my headphone amp down here, and quite often at the end of a mix I just plug this in and just listen to that. It's like a mono speaker, and I just have it like sitting down here and kind of walk around the room, and you can hear some like really useful stuff on that. So yeah, headphones, small speakers like this, iPhones, playing it on different systems. but all in quite a passive way, I think. Especially when I got that small one on, I just kind of like leave it on and just don't listen intently to it. Just have it kind of listen quite passively. So let's have a look at this. Yeah, also you can just switch to your laptop speakers. My laptop's closed in the studio, and you can actually like play through the speakers in the laptop, and you know, that's good as well. Good for balance, all these things. Jamie, what you're asking about I mean, this is just like a sort of holiday type beach speaker that you can get, you know, I think anything like this, like a little Bose thing or just something that you'd, you know, take on holiday with you. But this is, I think it's made by Nude Audio, and they do different sized ones. This is like a medium. It says Nude Audio. Okay, let's run through some of this. So this looks like it's a sample. It's probably just from Splice or something. And this is the one, I think, yeah, bus 16 here is going to this I.O. and that would have been going to my Bell delay, which is actually a really nice delay. I should use it more. Some claps, some hats. See what's on the drum bus. Solid bus comp. Now, I think I had a problem with this remix because I've mixed this, so whatever's out, I mixed it. And I think I had a problem with some plugins, some automation. They weren't being regular. And I think I ended up chopping some pre-masters together and then putting my master bus on that. This looks like it's an Apple loop I've got in here. Yes, this kind of is 2 BPM slower as well than the original. So I've got some stuff going on with this. Quite a lot of EQ. A transient designer as well, with attack on and less sustain. And another EQ, just a roll off. And running to the drum bus. Just a vocal thing. Got some skips. There you go. Got a crash for you cats. Kazumi saying I plug in one of those car FM transmitters. Yeah, that's all good. Just listen to stuff on loads of different things and like reference. So listen to something next to something else. I find quite often if I bounce whatever I'm doing that day and chuck it in my iTunes, and then it becomes very apparent when you play it together with other stuff that you've kind of done before, what's going on. We've got a boom. I prefer this boom. Okay, so Jamie, this is going to be an omnisphere. Memory Moog. I wonder what these are. I've done a synth bounce. So this must have been running from my analog synths. So I've done a bounce of the chords and then chopped them. Jamie wanted it to be serum. So we've got this filtering up, this thing. And it's omnisphere as well. Plucking the bowed harp. I wonder how I'm automating that. Oh yeah, there's a one-knob filter on this bus. Plucker thing above, octave up, and these are going to a bus that's got this one knob filter on, so they're opening up together. These are the little synth bounces from my outboard with a big reverb on, so without. Oh, we're going through to chroma as well. It's automated, so it's coming back on. The one knob's just a very simple filter, a low pass. It's like a lazy filter. I think it's waves, right? So I've done my usual thing. Have I sampled it off? No. So I've just taken bits of the vocal. It sounds to me this chroma verb is getting some automation action. Yeah, look, I've used the freeze. I've talked about this in the stream before. So on this chroma verb, there's a freeze button, and it will just hold the reverb indefinitely. You see it pop in here. Here we go, watch it and engage. So it just holds it. And I've automated this. It's quite impressive for me. So a freeze, and then yeah, just I've done like a high pass with this Q2. Yeah, Jamie, I love the freeze thing. Yeah, so it's that. We're in with some more loops now. Quite a lot of loops in this. They just kind of EQ'd a bit, yeah, rolled off at the bottom. Yeah, does anything else do the freeze? I don't know if it does, if it's just Chroma. It really kills your CPU though, Chroma Verb. I think Chroma Verb is a Logic stock, isn't it? So I've actually bounced this 808 here. Got these synths going on. Yeah, these are from so synth bounces. And these plucks and stuff are still going. Got some piano dabs. Harp-like sound is from Omnisphere. Plucking the Bowed Harp. Let's look at the part for that. Yeah, so I've played this in. So I've taken this into a completely different key. So it's like. Just 2 chords really, and it's different. So it's like A major 7th, and then like a F sharp minor sort of 9 or something. Just 2 chords. Cheeky Chops, correction alert. Good news, Omnisphere 2, 64 gigs. Bad news, it's 500 knickers. That'd be sick if we could get Spectrasonics to provide some prices, right? I'm going to work on it.
Soak it up, oh, soak it up.
Got some string action. Some accoutrements up the top.
Soak it up, oh, soak it up.
Yeah, my sample drive is big now.
Soak it up, oh, soak it up.
So my library drive is at 1.5 terabytes. So that's all my EXS and then all the other bits, contact stuff.
Soak it up, oh, soak it up.
I've got some piano. Oh, this didn't happen. Oh. Didn't use this in the end. It's just fun playing it.
Forgive my future sins, yeah. Forgive my future.
It's fun. But that didn't make the cut. Jamie's saying if Spectrasonics came through, I might have to write an orchestral score with 4 movements. Yeah, Omnisphere's wicked.
Forgive my future.
So the piano tinkles didn't make it. So I think I had a problem probably with some of this automation
Forgive my future.
not being regular. Yeah, this is the same trick. So it's the freeze on chroma verb and then just automating this. Yeah, there's a lot of automation on the synth thing.
Forgive my future.
And then it just ramps really high up here at the end.
Forgive my future sins, yeah. Forgive my future.
It's pretty housey, this, isn't it? I think I meant it to be like that. It's come down to 128, and these kind of house loops. Oh, Housemaster, you got it for was that Omnisphere for half price? Let's see what happened at the beginning of this remix, what I tried.
I was hopeful and with her.
Oh yeah, there is a sample instrument. So I've taken Koji
Pillow talk way too rich. I cut you
and chucked it through a load of
make me
delays and stuff. And that's what this is, pitched down, this zoning again thing. Zoning again. So these are just my offcuts at the beginning when I start working on it.
Forgive my future sins, yeah.
I quite often just start the arrangement again.
Soak it up, oh, soak it up. Soak it up, oh, soak it up.
So nothing that didn't get used there, really. Some hiss.
Forgive my future sins, yeah.
I've sidechained using the C2 on this. Bus 1, is that coming from a separate sidechain?
Forgive my future.
Let me run through some of these. Housemaster's come in with the Omnisphere result. I think one thing I would say about Omnisphere is if you can get a lot of kind of quite cheesy TV sounds. Not cheesy, but if you get to know Omnisphere and you listen to a lot of TV music, in like documentaries and stuff, you recognise things immediately. And I think to get some nice stuff out of it, you need to delve a little bit deeper. But the amount in there is ridiculous. I don't know how there's so many sounds in there. Someone's asking something else. Jamie. Plugins on the main drive, other stuff on externals. So the way I run my machine is I have a laptop, and then I have 2 external drives. Well, one really. I've got 2 at the moment, but one. And my external drive has my whole sample library on, and it also is my working session drive for all the audio. So basically, my main Mac drive just has all the plugins, all the installations, all the apps, the normal stuff you have on a computer, and then the external drive has all my EXS sounds, all my contact library, my entire sound library, and I have a small portion of that. I think it's 500 gigs. That's for everyday sessions. And then when I finish with a session, I keep them on there for a while. I archive that somewhere else to a project drive, and then that gets duped when it goes into like deeper storage. And I also have a time machine running on the whole time that backs everything up. And I also use Backblaze, which is a cloud-based thing which backs everything up in real time in the background. So it's kind of belt and braces. Yeah, remember, my actual plugins are the installations of the plugins, like audio plugins, are on my main drive, but any library stuff is on an external. But when the new Macs come out, in an ideal world, I'd have 8 terabytes just on my computer, because I have to carry 2 drives around the whole time. And one thing I do, I always keep my mixes, like my 2-track bounces, I keep them on my main machine. So it just means I don't have to have the drive plugged in. So the session files will be on external, but then all my main 2-track mixes will be on the main machine. So I don't have to have the drives plugged in. Yeah, they're both SSDs, and they're the Samsung. I've got a T2 and then a newer T3 that's faster. I tell you one thing with the externals, you've really got to research your cables, the data transfer speed on the cables, because it can really hold it up.
Forgive my future sins, yeah.
Did this came out as a remix, right? Did it? I think it did.
Forgive my future.
Yeah, so there we have it. So up the main mix, and then this remix that I did as well. If you've got any other questions, send them to the stamped addressed envelope. So yeah, I hope that's useful to you. And I think next stream I'm going to make some more stuff for Chop Shop. Going to think of an angle. I need to have a look at the football, so I'll let you know. I don't want to clash with the football. That'd be a nightmare. So yeah, that's it. Thanks everyone. 2 days in a row. Send carrier pigeons to Edinburgh, says Jamie. Yeah, man. Oh, sorry, cats. If I missed some stuff, go on, ask me. Cats, ask me on the Discord if you want to know something. Okay, guys. Let's see if we can raid someone. We could go Kit Boga again. Louis Vega's on. Knowledge is on. John White saying, can I re-release the stems for this? Do you know what? If I can find them, I'll put them in the Discord. Okay, I'm going to attempt to take you in the minibus to Knowledge. Love his stream. So thanks, guys. I should be around next week, but check the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, join it. Loads of stuff going on in there. And I'll be making some more chop business in the coming weeks. Chop shot number 5. I'm going to think of an exciting angle for it. Okay, guys. Peace. See you next week.